It is Christmas week, Jackie, and a lot of people look forward to the Christmas holidays, the Christmas cheer and the joy and everything surrounding Christmas. But there are others that might have a hard time when it comes to Christmas.
A lot of times it's hard to deal with the holidays when there's a loss in a family, and we want to help those people out this morning by giving them some options of places they can go so they can be supported during this very special time.
And we do have Cindy Meek. She is from Amanda the Panda Family Grief Center joining us right now, as well as another person here, Maddie Carter from the bereavement counselor at HCI Hospice Care Services here. So we'll go one step at a time. You hear Amanda the Panda, you hear some of the things Amanda the Panda does. Is this just another branch of Amanda the Panda that we're learning about?
Well, Amanda the Panda has been around for 35 years. We celebrated our 35th anniversary this year, and we've been serving families all year long with support groups and family nights every month and weekend grief retreats. So it's a full year of care at no charge to anyone who's had a loss of any kind at any time.
And how does the holidays affect families? Obviously, if they've had a loss, it's hard during this time when a lot of people come together and celebrate family.
Sure, it is. And grieving takes a lot of energy. And so, you know, Christmas and however you celebrate takes a lot of energy too. And so just scaling back a little bit, we recommend for people who are grieving to take care of themselves and maybe just decide as a family what they'd like to do, what are their priorities. And, you know, a lot of grieving families are just in survival mode to get through the holidays.
Right.
So we want to offer them that support to be with other families going through the same thing.
So there is a place people can go if they're just feeling like they can't handle it themselves.
Well, just for the normal, natural signs of grief, just to share your story, just to have a place once a week to go for a meal and just to get together with people who understand. And it's really important for those teenagers and young kids to have a peer group, other kids that understand what they're going through, while at the same time their parents are getting support from each other, so they all leave on the same page.
Now, what seems to be the most common reason people are coming in? Is it the loss of a parent, or what does it seem to be?
There isn't one common type of loss. We find that a lot of children, it's a loss of a parent, but sometimes it's a sibling, and sometimes it's a grandparent or even a close friend. And then our adult groups, usually we have 3 groups, and one is loss of a child, loss of a spouse or partner, and then other types of loss. For instance, if I lost one of my siblings as an adult or one of my parents.
So as we approach the holidays this week, is there something people can do with Amanda the Panda House, or is it something they have to sign up for later on?
Well, our groups start in January. We're just finished up our last 8-week session. We meet on Mondays, again for a meal and just to talk and share and do some activities and some memorializing activities. And that's going to start January 11th and then run every Monday for 8 weeks, and then we'll take a little break and start up another session. So we have fall, winter, spring, and summer.
Okay.
Now, how much does it cost to participate in this?
Absolutely nothing.
There's no cost?
No, because the community really has embraced Amanda the Panda through donations of not only dollars but their time. Our trained facilitators, some of them are counselors, but a lot of them are just people who've been through it before and want to pay it forward, and they go through a very intense training. Not all our volunteers have to go through that. You can do anything at Amanda. You can come and help pack up teddy bears for camp or volunteer at a fundraiser. It's a fun place to volunteer.
And Maddie, HCI, I'm sure, has to deal with this probably at a multifold level too.
Right.
Because that is the ultimate outcome.
Right, yes, and we are there to support the families after the death of their loved one with support groups much similar to Amanda the Panda. They are for adults, but they are open to the public, and any type of loss you can come and be supported by those group members. And then we also provide some one-on-one counseling sessions as well, and that's like free of charge and open to the public and everything like that. So.
The amazing organization you have over at HCI, a lot of people take advantage and use what experts do, because that's one of the most difficult things you're ever going to go through. Isn't it?
Right. Even if it's not, even if your loved one was not on hospice, it's still the loss of someone very significant in your life, and that is going to be one of the most difficult things. And it's best to find support wherever you can. Do
you find that this time of year is your busiest time for counseling?
I do. We have a lot of people that reach out, a lot of extra people that come to support group because they know that these times are difficult and they just want that extra support and those people to be there for them.
Is there any one thing that you could tell people might be watching now that they're grieving right now and they don't know where to turn? that you might be able to help them?
Yes, of course. They can always go look on our website, hcicareservices.org, call one of our offices, call Amanda's house, or just find support from your family at your family events. It's okay to talk about that person, and it's the big elephant in the room, but a lot of people want to talk about it and they just don't know how to bring it up.
And finding support, would you both agree, is just kind of the biggest thing to have this time of season?
It is, just not trying to pretend like everything's going to be like it was before, and just acknowledging the loss and bringing that grief to the holidays is okay. It doesn't ruin the holiday. Some people are afraid to mention it, as she said, for fear it will bring others down, but really we all want to be there for each other, don't we? So
It's very true. All right, there's some great advice and support hopefully you can find out there if you're needing it this holiday season.
Wonderful. Thank you two for
Thank you,
coming
ladies,
in.
very
Hopefully
much.
Thanks for
give
having us.
some great advice to help some people out, especially this week of all.